congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm guessing you haven't had a lot of sleep, but tell us how you're feeling and how you're reflecting on last night.
We're feeling great because we've reached a European final, which is something which we're all really pleased about. And look, we got back. We've had a bit of sleep, so we're getting ready for what's coming next. That's the way football is. The games come thick and fast, and we've got to get ready for the next game.
Not much time to dwell on it. No, it was great to watch. You on the pitch afterwards, everyone celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to dwell too much on the problems after. I know you've already been asked about
Mm-hmm.
what was happening with the crowd, but I guess how disappointed were you to see your players worried for their friends and family in the stand?
I was disappointed because I felt it just took a wee bit of the attention away from the team reaching a final. But ultimately, it's nothing we could do. It was nothing we could do, nothing West Ham as a club could do. But no, like MD, if you saw any family members in trouble, then you would go and help out. So that was the situation. Unfortunately, it's taken up a lot of news and a lot of time. But look, we're not getting away from the fact that we've got into a final. It's a brilliant achievement. We had a semi-final last year and a final this year. So I'm really pleased. But again, I keep saying I've got something else coming up, which is Leeds United now, and I need to be prepared for that.
And talk to us about Leeds, because we know they need the points. They're going to be throwing everything at it. I think Sam Allardyce chatting this morning about how pleased he is you've made the final, in the hope that maybe your attention might be elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
How tough a fixture do you think this is going to be for you on Sunday?
Well, I think it's an incredibly tough fixture, but we still feel as if we would like to get more points. We can still climb the table if we win games, so that's what I'm looking at, and we have to get ourselves ready again. But it's the hard part of Thursday, Sunday football, but it's a great part when you've just reached a final. The confidence, the belief, the atmosphere inside the stadium, hopefully will give us a real opportunity to maybe play without as much pressure as we've been under for a long time. Maybe give the players that opportunity to show the levels they can reach. So we'll look at it slightly different, but understand exactly, Leeds United are in a position where they need to try and win, and we'll try anything to do so.
I know it's a bit of a juggle when you've got the European final coming up, but how strong a side can you feel on Sunday? Because a lot of people will be looking, wondering what they can expect from you.
Well, I can, as a manager, you can field whatever side you feel it feels right. We had to make a few decisions against Brentford last week. We had played the first leg in the semi-final, and I had to make a few decisions. And quite often, the minute your decisions don't go right, you get mentioned. No, when the decisions do go right, what it was to leave people out last week and get us ready for this, to get to the final, and we took that. And we've got some decisions to make this week as well.
Thank you. David, you mentioned the game against Brentford. Obviously, you made so many changes for that match, and after seeing the performance and the result last weekend, how wary are you of making a lot of changes for this game against Leeds United?
I'm not wary about doing it at all. As I said, managers quite often will be criticised for whatever they do, so you have to do what you think's right. Last week we had played a semi-final on the Thursday night. We had to play again on Sunday. Unfortunately, we've had so many games, and the Premier League continue to give us games thick and fast, which is part of being in it. We've got with Thursday, Sunday again this week, so we'll have a decision to make on what players we choose. But no, if I have to do it again, I think it's right, then I'll do so.
Have the players been given a day off today after yesterday?
The players returned late last night, and we've chosen to keep them out today because we think it's better that they get some sleep and rest. Yes.
How difficult do you think it could be for them to reset themselves after the highs of yesterday and to get back to focusing on the Premier League?
Well, I hope it's not difficult. I hope they gain confidence. I hope they feel really good about themselves. It's not been something we've not been in this position probably all season. So let's see if we can show it in a different way, and let's show the supporters. Last home game of the season is always a big day, and we'll try and do the best we can.
Have you got any fresh injuries to contend with?
Yeah, we've got a couple of injuries from the game, so we have to assess them. Some have been in this morning for treatment, some have been in to be assessed. So we'll have a look at them and see exactly how they are.
Just one last one from me on Pablo. I know I spoke to you recently about Pablo after he was so emotional after that goal against Bournemouth, but just how impressive has been with the fact that he doesn't start every game, and yet within a couple of minutes he can come on like
Well, it's a little bit what Pablo does. He's a player who we really like. He's a great, energetic player. Does great work for the team, and he's also got a knack of coming up with some goals. And again, you've mentioned one at Bournemouth. You've mentioned the one here in the semi-final. So really important. He's been a great team player for us over the last 2 years, 3 years since I've been here. I've really enjoyed working with him, and he's a great boy. And I'm pleased that he got the goal last night. Thank you.
Just finally from Jack from Haters at Back.
Hi David.
Hi Jack.
The first season without Mark Noble, a season where you've had to battle against relegation, threat of relegation, and for a place in the European final. Do you feel like you have a new set of leaders in your team that have sort of taken on that mantle from Mark Noble, and do you feel as though perhaps they might have to do that depending on what happens in the summer as well with David Moyes?
I'll try and answer your question. We set out this season to challenge again at the top end of the league. Introduced a lot of new players, some of them here to replace Mark Noble, as you've mentioned, and others here to do other jobs. So it's been quite difficult to integrate it, and we've maybe not had the season we'd all hoped for. But we always wanted to have a good run in one of the cup competitions, and if you chose one of the cup competitions to have the run in, it would certainly be this competition we're in at the moment in Europe. So I think we've adapted the best we can without Mark. He's a big miss, huge miss, and we are seeing some players step up, but we're also seeing some who we think can do more, and we'll look to improve it again next season. We'll look to get those players to take another step. But it's very difficult to sort of get a replacement on Mark Noble. That's something which is very hard.
And just finally from me, there's a lot to be proud of this season from a West Ham point of view. The under-18s winning the league in their respective league and winning the FA Youth Cup as well. And of course, you getting to the European final last night. It seems that the fans have a lot to be excited about when it comes to the future of West Ham. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I do. I think that the supporters at West Ham have got a lot to look forward to. I think we're under 18's done remarkably well, and we're trying to promote as many as we had. Devine on the bench, he came on for the first team last week, the young centre forward. So we want more of them now to step through, and I do think that there's been a lot of good things, especially in the last 2 or 3 years, and maybe West Ham supporters will tell me of other years as well, but since my time being here, I think in the main we've had more good times than bad times. And at the moment, at the end of this cycle, we've got 3.5 years now together. We've got a European final. And if somebody had said to me when I came back to West Ham 3.5 years ago, well, you're going to finish 6th, and then you're going to finish 7th, you're going to be in a semi-final, and then you're going to be in a final, I'd have said, not a chance. You're kidding on, that's not true. So let's be fair, it is. And so over that time, I think that everybody is giving ourselves a chance of giving the supporters something to shout about.